Hello, today I'm going to be showing how to install an ANS Gear 2K Plus Autococker pump kit on a WGP 2004 Pro Stock. First thing you need to do is take out the bolt, take out the pin, just take out the bolt. Then you need to take out the caulking rod that's right here. Make sure you don't just unscrew the screw, you actually unscrew the rod. It might be a little hard, use a wrench. And then you're going to have to unscrew your back cap, unscrew it off of the rod, just like this. Now you have your rod off. Now we're going to take off the front block in the front of the gun. Take your Allen key, slowly work this thing off. Some front blocks are easier to take off than others. This one happens to be pretty hard. This is probably going to be the hardest part of installing the pump kit, is getting the front block off. Because my Allen wrench is not long enough, so it bumps into the top of the ram halfway around the screw. Just have to keep working this thing off. Now I did take off the hoses because I do not plan on using these pneumatics ever again. I'm just done with it. Okay, now there's an actuator rod right here connected to the trigger. What you need to do to get that off is take a little tiny Allen wrench, unscrew it from the three-way. So I get those screwed out. Then what I need to do is undo the trigger frame. Most of the time all you need to unscrew is the very front screw to get it off. Sometimes the back screw. You get that screw out, you just slide it out, bend it, take it off of the front block, then you just unscrew this little rod thing that's connected to the three-way, and the actuator rod, you just unscrew that from it. I haven't gotten my front block completely off because I wanted to get this out of the way. Okay, got that off. See how this thing right here screws onto this. There's on this one it has 4 screws, but I only have 1 screw on it right now. So now that you have that off, I'm going to work the rest of the back block off. I mean the front block, sorry. A nice fit in there. I'm so bad at unscrewing things with this crappy Allen key. Jeez, this takes forever. There we go. So now you got your front block off of the gun. See, nice Palmer LPR and Palmer 3-way in the front, and a stock ram. I will be sewing this sometime too. It's I haven't really used it that much, but it's not exactly working out for me. There's a heavy leak in the LPR. I don't really know how to fix it, so I'm probably going to be selling this on eBay soon without hoses or anything, but set that aside. Then we'll get out what comes in your pump kit from A&S Gear. It's $30. You get your pump handle, you get a spring, you get this little thing. I don't really know what it's called. I think it's called the pump guide arm or something, and you get a pumping rod. Okay, so the first thing you need to do here is, well, first I gotta screw this trigger frame back in for when I took off the actuator rod. So get that Allen key back. Okay, got that back on. So now what you need to do is you need to take this little thing, whatever it's called, I don't really know what it's called, and screw it into the bottom tube right here where the front block was screwed in. Make sure that O-ring inside of there is actually inside of there. Maybe take another part or an Allen wrench and stick it down in there. That always seems to help because it'll leak if you don't have it down in that hole. So you want to just screw this on. Get it lined up. Very, very easy to screw on. Don't want to screw it down too hard because you might want to take it off to fix a leak, but just screw it down to enough where you can just turn it back off. You'll want to lube that O-ring a lot. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to take this pump arm and just slide the spring down the hole and put it over this little thing and kind of line it up. See how this is meant for a barrel to go along the top here. Just kind of make sure it works good. It works good and nice and smooth. And you need to take the pump arm and see which hole it goes into. It goes in the very top left hole right there. So I'm going to take this off, drop my spring out. I'm going to screw this into that very top left hole. So we just screw that down all the way. Okay, and you just slide the spring back in there, put it right back on along the side of the gun, and you're probably going to want to hold that down some so it doesn't just fall right off. And you want to take your back block and screw it back on. And before I screw it on all the way, I'm going to put my barrel on just to see how it lines up with the pump. See, nice in there. Doesn't move around a lot, nice and smooth. It's a very good pump. There's other brands that make good ones too, but this was the cheapest one that I could find. Just kind of make sure that your bolt isn't going to be slamming against the back of your gun, because that wouldn't be too fun. So we're going to take the bolt, put it back in, take the bolt pen, stick it in, then just do this and make sure it's not going to slam back And before you're done, you got to take your cocking rod and screw that back in the hole. And I would always recommend not to screw it in too tight so you can get it out easily, because that's where you adjust your feet per second that are in your reg. But this is not a very good reg. I don't even know if it's a reg. It's a gas through foregrip. So I got to do everything from the back in the IVG. So the cocking rod, you just stick an Allen wrench in there and do it like counterclockwise and clockwise to change your FPS. Because once I installed the pump kit on it, it was shooting at like 160, while my LPR was set like really high, and my gun would be able to shoot 300. So that's really bad. But I got it working good now, and you want to make sure it's timed correctly. You just look right down in there, and I don't know if you guys can see. There you go. Want to make sure that it cocks right as the bolt leaves. If it cocks way after the bolt leaves, it might feed more than one ball. If it cocks before it leaves, then it might not even load the ball, or load the ball late, and it might chop it. That's not good. You'll have chops with this, especially if you pump it twice, or you pump it and it doesn't cock, and you pump it again, you'll have two balls in there. But it's a very good pump, and that just happens with all pumps because cockers do not have very good detents, and they do not have eyes because it's not electric, obviously. But very good pump. This is a 2K Plus Autococker. I would recommend to buy it off of ansgear.com, and make sure that your Autococker is 2K Plus. That means past 2000 and up. And there's also the Trilogy Autococker pump, which is for trilogies, and there's a pre-2K pump, which is for a pre-2K cocker, which most of the time would have a sideways feed neck instead of straight ahead. So you guys should go and check it out, and that's how easy it is to convert a pneumatic autococker to a pump. Thanks for watching.